friends, family, and homesteaders. I hope this finds everyone doing good today. Today is March 24th. Yesterday was actually my birthday, so we went and got some more quail. They're probably about 4 or 5 weeks old, and I got home and I realized I don't have any feeders for them. So today I am making them some feeders. Now, you're just going to take like a shoebox. You're going to draw you some holes. And then I took a Dremel because that's what I have. You can do this in squares. I have one that has squares, but I was going to do these with holes. But you take a Dremel or whatever you can, and you make your holes. Okay? Now, this will keep the quail from getting in here and throwing it around and just making a mess. You put your food in here. You want to make sure that there is a gap, maybe about 1 inch. I probably should have cut this one a little bit higher, but I didn't, so here we are. But this one is a good example. That's pretty well perfect. They are a little smaller right now, so it's okay that it's this low. But in the future, I'll probably make them another one and save this for the little ones. But this, you'll fill your feed up to the bottom of these holes. Okay, right about here. You'll fill your feed about right there. And they can reach in and they can eat, and it'll kind of just sift itself down to where they can reach it. So you're going to put the lid on it like that. You don't want to make these holes too big. I will probably end up switching this one in particular out with our adult quail. And I'll show you when I do that what I mean. Because these guys are still kind of small. But I'm going to show you how we're going to go about this. I've already done one side of this one, and as you can see, you learn from your mistakes. Make your holes a little bit smaller and a little bit higher. Okay? So, now, I've kind of broke my Dremel bit, so I got to dig out another one. I just have a simple little kit. I do have another one back there. That might actually work a little bit better. I didn't realize I had one of those on here. I have one at the shop, but not here. Okay, so for a Dremel, you just stick your thing in there. Okay, so hold your lock button and twist your little nubby thing. Okay, so now the whole thing will spin. Okay. With this one, you can adjust how fast it goes by a little dial right here. And now this is just mine. There's a couple different ones. There's the one I have at the shop. It actually has like a 1, 2, 3 button. But this one, oh, one more thing. I don't have any safety glasses, so I'm using sunglasses. They should be just fine for what I'm doing today. Okay, and I'm going to turn it up because that's not going fast enough. Yeah, just for sanity's sake, I'm going to make squares on this side. It doesn't matter if you do squares or circles. I don't really prefer one over the other. Okay, so it doesn't really matter if you do circles or squares. I don't really prefer one over the other. You do need to get all the sharp edges off, and it needs to be big enough for the quail to stick their heads in. Not their whole body, but their head. Okay, so I'm just going to take off all these burrs, and that should make it nice and smooth. There's no sharp edges. Okay, that they can get hung on or anything. And I'm going to do the others. Alright, now, I have all of my little holes cut. Make sure all the plastic's out. No sharp edges. Okay, so something like that. Alrighty then, so as you can tell, this is the old feeder. I'm going to switch this one out for this one because it has bigger holes. So I'm going to give this to the adults and this to the babies. I'm going to go ahead and feed them all. Now, we feed our quail a game bird starter. It's about 30% protein, okay? Game birds need higher protein than regular birds. So I'm just not even really filling it to the top, to the bottom of this, but it's mounded up. You should be able to see it like that. So it's mounded up in the center, and as they eat it and bring it down, it will filter to the sides. Alright, so I've got them all full, and we'll put them in there. So now for their shelter, this is just a cage. It does have wire on the flooring, which isn't ideal, but it's okay. Okay, so you have their feed box right here. As you can see, they figure it out really quickly. Okay, and then these are just 2 cardboard boxes with some, well, they did have shavings in them. And there's a hole on one end of each box, and they can get in it. We do have the sides kind of boarded up. That way it keeps the wind and the rain off of them. Now for the top of this one, we have this door, piece of plywood on it, and then this old piece of linoleum from our flooring in our bathroom. Frankie screwed it down on here. That'll keep the plywood good. Okay. So you just kind of slide it down out of the way. Now these guys do get kind of flighty. Alright. So as you can see, there's a box in there. It's just one box, but it has 2 entries. That way more of them can get in and one can't just guard one door, because they do stuff like that. I can show you the difference between the males and the females. See if I can catch them here. Alright, so this is a female. Do you see all the spots on her chest? The females will be very spotty on their chest. The males will be a brownish color. Brownish to orange. Okay? And they will have a few spots, but not near as many as the females. And then the one with the bigger holes, I'm going to put for the bigger quail. Now these are full grown. Quail get grown at about 8 weeks. At 8 weeks they start producing eggs. They are probably about as big as they're going to get. They might get just a smidget bigger, but at 8 weeks they're pretty much full grown. These are my adults. Alright. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye, y'all.